Apothecary Diaries Season 1 is full of surprises, but did you catch all the hidden details? Season 1 captivated us with its clever mysteries and unforgettable characters like Maomao, who brilliantly shines in every episode. But there are hidden details you may have missed that could completely change how you view the story. So let's take a look at 5 things you probably didn't catch in Season 1. Number 5. Lakin and Lumen knew each other. Well, this might seem like speculation, but there's plenty of evidence that Lakin and Lumen knew each other. When Lakin meets Maomao as a child, it's hard to imagine he would have found her without some help. Gramps, known for his secretive nature, wouldn't have gone out of his way to reveal Maomao's existence, let alone assist in bringing them together. So how did Lakin discover the truth? This is where Lumen comes in. Maomao Guardian, he played a big role in her life. Lakin's inability to recognize faces, except for Fengxian and Maomao, makes this even more interesting. For someone as cautious and calculating as Lakin, believing Maomao was his daughter without proof doesn't make sense. The only logical explanation? That Lakin and Lumen already had some kind of connection or trust. Even more surprising is that Lakin didn't take Maomao back but left her with Lumen. This shows that Lumen wasn't just anyone. He was someone Lakin deeply trusted, pointing that they have deeper connection between these two men. And here's the kicker: at the end of this video, I'll reveal the real relationship between Lakin and Lumen, and trust me, it's going to blow your mind. So stick around. Number 4. Did you know that Go perfectly symbolizes Lakin and Fengxian's relationship? Lakin is known as a master of strategy games like Go and Shogi, but Go holds a special meaning in his relationship with Fengxian. Unlike Shogi, which begins with pieces already in place, Go starts with an empty board, and each move builds something new. This mirrors Lakin and Fengxian's journey together, starting from nothing and creating something meaningful, even within the limits of their tragic circumstances. In one of the most emotional moments, the two are shown playing Go together on Fengxian's sickbed. Despite her delirious state caused by her illness, Fengxian clings to the game, finding comfort in it. Their shared moments over Go reflect the fleeting yet profound connection they shared. Go is also a zero-sum game, where every choice impacts the entire board. In the same way, every decision Lakin and Fengxian made shaped their brief time together. Their relationship, much like the game, was bittersweet, marked by strategy, sacrifice, and the inevitability of an end. This symbolic use of Go not only highlights their bond, but also reinforces the tragic beauty of their story. It's a detail that reveals just how deeply their lives were intertwined, even in their final moment. Number 3. Did you know that Fengxian lost her nose to syphilis? You might not have noticed, but Fengxian's story highlights the harsh realities of her era. Without modern medicine like penicillin, syphilis was incurable. Fengxian suffered its late stages for nearly 2 decades, leading to severe physical damage, including the loss of her nose. Often hiding her face with her hair, her condition left visible scars. This adds depth to Fengxian's character, illustrating how the brothel's hardships shaped her life. Despite her suffering, her presence in Maomao's life profoundly influenced Maomao's determination to care for others. Number 2. Did you know that Lakin married Fengxian on her deathbed? In one of the most emotional moments of the Apothecary Diaries, the banquet celebrating Fengxian's buyout reveals a heartbreaking detail. Fengxian is dressed entirely in red, a traditional color for weddings in Chinese culture. This suggests that Lakin didn't just buy her freedom, but he also married her, even as her life was nearing its end. This act wasn't just about fulfilling Fengxian's long-held wish. It was a gesture of love, giving her the dignity and recognition she deserved after years of hardship. For Lakin, it was a way to honor her and show his devotion, even in the face of tragedy. It also reflects Lakin's unwavering loyalty and his commitment to the woman he loved, even in her final moments. Number 1. Did you know that Grams and Maomao are likely blood-related? Throughout the Apothecary Diaries, the relationship between Maomao and Grams is a bit mysterious, leaving viewers wondering just how close they really are. Grams, known for her sharp business sense, but keeps Fengxian around despite her illness, and the strain it places on her business. But why? Could there be a deeper connection between these two women? It's likely that Grams and Feng Xin share a blood bond, which would explain why Grams chose to care for Feng Xin, even when her value as a courtesan had diminished. Not only did Grams support Feng Xin, but she also ensured Maomao well-being, despite the challenges Maomao presence created. This hints at Maomao and Grams might actually be family, a revelation that adds a new layer to Maomao backstory. It changes how we view Maomao motivations and her relationship with Grams, suggesting that Maomao connection to the Verdigris house might run much deeper than we initially thought. As promised, it's time to reveal the relationship between Lakin and Lumen. But first, let's make a deal. If this surprises you, hit that subscribe button. And if not, well, good for you. Lakin uncle played a huge role in his life. He helped Lakin overcome his face blindness, a condition where he couldn't recognize faces, by teaching him to rely on voices and gestures instead. This created a deep bond of trust between them. But after a tragic incident involving the Imperial brother, his uncle was expelled from the inner court. So how did Lakin find Maomao? And why didn't he take her back, even though he knew where she was? Well, here's the big reveal. His uncle was Lumen all along. Yes, Lumen. That means he's not just some doctor. He's Maomao granduncle. Lumen was the one who led Lakin to Maomao. In a flashback, we see his uncle being called by his father. Pay attention to the way he walks. It matches how Lumen walks. And when Maomao investigates the odd duo incident, the records show that the expelled doctor was none other than Lumen. After being expelled, Lumen found Maomao, his grandniece, and decided to raise her. He passed down his vast medical knowledge, shaping her into the brilliant apothecary we know today. So, did you all catch those things? Let me know in the comments.